Hello, my amigos. Welcome one, welcome all. It's time for another exciting edition of, you guessed it, the show with no name. So, everybody, hold on to your hats and count down with me because it's time for liftoff.
T minus 10, 9,
8, 7,
6,
6,
5,
5, 4, 3.
2,
You know the rest.
1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff. Liftoff. 30 minutes after the hour.
Let's go, amigos.
Get ready. Hold on to your hats. Strap on your seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelts. Hold on to your hats. Get ready for the ride of your life. The show with no name time. On Vaughn Radio. It's the show with no name. It's the show. Let's go.
That's right, amigos. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. It is time for another exciting edition of the show with no name, and I am proud and honored to welcome you to another exciting show where we are going to learn, we are going to laugh, we're going to have tons of fun, and I can guarantee right now it's going to be magical. That's right, because you're not just going to practice your English. As many of you know, you're also going to make friends. It's amazing to see the camaraderie. Toma palabra. Camaraderie. Ya hemos empezado ahí. Camaraderie. What? Primero tengo que pensar cómo decirlo, ¿no? Camaraderie. Fraternidad, amistad. Let's see how they... It comes from comrade, if you're familiar with the word comrade. Camaraderie. I don't even know how to spell it. Let's see. Camaraderie. Pues tan mal que no me... Okay, no me lo está dando en español. Let's go to English here. No. We want English, Spanish first, and camaraderie. Let's see if it can correct my... Okay, camaraderie. Oh, lo dice igual. Why did you guys just tell me? Oh, my God, I had to look up how to spell it, too. It's como cámara and derie. Camaraderie. It's team spirit, compañerismo. Camaradería. No sé decirlo en español, apenas sé decirlo en inglés, guys. So I applaud you, and I applaud your camaraderie every day here on the show. It's awesome how you guys encourage each other. It's awesome how you guys learn as well. So, you know, you're helping yourself, you're enriching yourself, but you're also helping out your friends. A lot of times, you guys have questions, and I don't get to all the questions. And sometimes you guys give me a hand, so I appreciate that as well. And if you guys would like to join us, as you know, you can join us every day. We are live. But if you're not tuned in live, if you're one of those people like me who loves listening to podcasts, hello, firstly, we have something in common already. And secondly, grab a pen and a piece of paper, because I don't want you to just listen to this podcast. I want you to learn. I want you to take everything you can get out of every 2-hour class. And I know many of you, you're already doing that. You're making the most of our time here together. So, as always, a pleasure to be here with you. Thanks for joining us. We've got a really fun show up ahead, and it's full of challenges. Let's kick off with our first challenge, our pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Yeah. pop quiz. That's right, folks. It is our pop quiz here, only on the show with no name. And here's where we take a look at a challenge. And if this one's tough, don't take it out on me. Apúntate esta estructura. No lo tomes conmigo. Don't take it out on me. It's not my fault that it's tough. You're going to have to blame our friend Ruben Palomero because he is our sponsor. Well, both him and Tommy. Now, what do I mean when I say sponsor? Well, some of the content here, most of the content I come up with, I create and I plan and I present. But then I like to get content from the other Vaughn radio programs. And again, this is all free content. So all you have to do is follow Ruben, follow Tommy, and follow the show every Friday. The show is called Speaking Football, and it's based on the popular book Speak Football.
Captain has done it! Fantastic save! Unbelievable! The stuff dreams are made of!
Speaking football.
That's right, folks. Speaking Football with Tommy Hay and Ruben Palomero. Here is your pop quiz. It's a translation from that program. Te lo acerco a la taquilla ahora mismo. ¿Necesitas ayuda para vendarte? Okay, so this doesn't only have to do with soccer, football, but this is something you would say to somebody maybe at a gym, in un gimnasio, or, you know, who knows, any kind of sports facility. It doesn't have to be, it can be tennis, it can be anything. So any kind of injury, it's good to know this vocabulary here. So, and taquilla, let me clear something up. Not taquilla donde compras las entradas. Taquilla donde guardas las cosas. ¿Ok? So, te lo acerco a tu taquilla ahora mismo. ¿Necesitas ayuda para vendarte? There is your translation. It's from our friends at Speaking Football. And while you guys are thinking that through, let's take a look at some comments over here in our virtual classroom. We've got Jay Lima checking in front row center. What's up, Jay Lima? Jay Lima says, hi, Double A. What's good? How you doing? Ooh, very good. What's good? Muy nativo ahí. Totally native. There you go. First totally native. Born to Iron Man says, morning, folks. TGIF. We got Ruben Buendia. How could you not have a good day with Ruben Buendia as your friend? Ruben, welcome aboard. And he says, good morning, Double A and everybody. What's up, Ruben? Good day to you too. Let's see. Jay Plante says, hi, Double A and classmates. What's up, Jay Plante? Monse, morning, guys. Morning to you, Monse. Great to have you with us. Hola, hola, Caracola says, good morning, Double A and fellow comrades. And fellow comrades. Ready and psyched for another exciting day. Talk about positivity there. Awesome. Great to have you on board. Laura, there she is. She says, good morning. Wonderful group of people. TGIF. Let's have a magical time. Hey, I was ready for you. German, the doctor has never prescribed me an English class with lots of fun, but now I know I need it. Awesome. Bueno, tenemos una expresión en inglés. It reminds me of an expression. It's just what the doctor ordered. Esto era el slogan de Dr. Pepper, el refresco, the soft drink. This is just what the doctor ordered. Es justo lo que quería en este momento. Como agua de mayo, algo que es justo lo que me ha pedido el cuerpo. I think that would be a good translation. So yeah, you could say the show with no name is just what the doctor ordered. Just a quick reminder too, guys. New episode of For Your English, my self-produced podcast. And this week, we're going to take a look at Star Wars. I got some special guests with me. Kyle Miller is going to be on the pod. Rob Grams, Juan Solo, my buddy Jermaine, and, well, a lot of other people who love Star Wars. I think you guys will enjoy it. Remember, you can get it wherever you listen to podcasts. Let's see. We got Rosaline saying, good morning, AA, and good morning, great classmates. What's up? Laura says, Jermaine, what an early bird you are. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Rosaline also says, Alberto, is your baby any better? I hope so. Well, kind of. She's better from what she had, but now she has a stomach virus. Welcome to baby life. You know, I think kids, parents, you can tell me this. How long does the get sick every 3 days thing last? You know, I guess they're building up their immune systems. I like to think so. So, all right, let's check it out. We got Leonardo. He says, oh, he's participating in our pop quiz. Leonardo, ready to rock. Awesome. All right, Leonardo, let's see what you got. Vamos a ver lo que tienes. Si tienes madera. I don't doubt it for a second. So the translation is, te lo acerco a tu taquilla ahora mismo. ¿Necesitas ayuda para vendarte? And he says, my guess is, mi adivinanza, lo que yo digo es, mi respuesta, I'll take it to the locker now. To the locker or to your locker, whichever is fine. Do you need help to bandage yourself? Okay. You need help to, let me, it sounds a little bit weird. Let me say it aloud again. So do you need help to bandage yourself? I would say, do you need help bandaging yourself? Con ING. But Ruben put, do you need help with your bandage? Con tu vendaje. So let's stop. This is, well, first, a nice round of applause for Leonardo. Okay. Y vamos a fijarnos no solo en que es verbo, to bandage somebody or something, to bandage it up, you can say. Also, it's el vendaje, so it's the noun as well. What do you put? How do you bandage somebody up? With a bandage. Y fijaos, no es age, es age. Fijaos en la pronunciación, age, bandage. Do we have a bandage? I need to bandage this up. I'm bleeding everywhere. All right, es jugar con esto, bandage. Y ojo, no lo confundamos con Band-Aid, que es una marca registrada, pero nos da igual. Tirita, Band-Aid. In Estados Unidos, we call them Band-Aids. Does anybody know what they're called in British English? Plasters. If I'm not mistaken, plasters? I'm pretty sure. We call them Band-Aids. So this is what Ruben put. He put, I'll take it to your locker right now. And it makes sense. You know, a locker is a little place where you can lock things up when you're playing basketball or whatever, right? You can, in this case, soccer. So, and los cambiadores can be called the changing rooms, or muy común, the locker room, right? The locker room, los cambiadores, it's where the lockers are. I always tell this story, but it's so funny. When I first took my wife to my old stomping ground, la zona donde yo me crié, I took her to my high school, and she was just in shock. And not at the high school, I mean, it was big, nice, you know, the hardwood floors in the gym and el gimnasio. But at the same time, the thing that blew her mind the most was the lockers, las taquillas. She was like, are you serious? This is real? I'm like, yeah, it's real. I'm like, this was exactly where y le enseñé, because every year you change, you know, depending on where your home room is. Home room, no sé cómo lo decís en español. Es tu primera clase el día, donde toman la asistencia and all that stuff, right? Home room. So usually your locker is located, ubicado, somewhere near your home room, right? Usually right outside your homeroom. So since that changes from year to year, well, you'll have a different locker. And I remember, I think freshman, yeah, I think I remember where all my lockers were. It's pretty crazy. But once I showed her, she was like, we did a photo shoot. Hicimos un rodaje. It was really funny because she was like posing against the lockers. Really funny. So, taquilla, ese tipo de taquilla is locker. Now, taquilla donde compras entradas, that's the box office, right? I have to pick up the tickets at the box office, okay? The box office is la taquilla. Pero la otra taquilla. Y de hecho, muchos seguro que lo sabéis si seguís este programa, pero HBO, you know what, HBO no es solo, bueno, vamos a poner 3 letras juntos. No, it's home box office. Literalmente, tu taquilla en casa, right? Because at one point now, I know they do series and things, but when I was a kid, when cable first came out in our area in the United States, it was the place where you saw movies. So you would see them in the movie theater. You would go see Tom Hanks in Big, for example, or like a classic like The Karate Kid. You know, I remember I saw all the Back to the Future. You would go see it in the movies, and then you would wait eagerly, con mucha anticipación, for it to be on HBO. Oh, man. I just remember, I was like, the first question I would always ask anybody, you know, I would ask at the movie theater. We didn't have Google back then, was, when is this going to be on HBO? O sea, ¿cuándo sale en cable? Like, when will I be able to see this at my house? You know, because obviously there's no substitute for seeing something at the movies. In fact, I'm going to the movies tonight. My wife and I have a date. Woo-hoo! That's right. We're going to see the David Bowie. I believe there's a David Bowie documentary. I haven't seen the trailer because I stopped doing that. Yeah, you know, because now lately what they do is they give you the whole movie in the trailer, and I prefer to be surprised, you know? So I'm not going to watch the trailer, but has anybody seen the movie? It's if you love David Bowie, it's only playing in Madrid, if I'm not mistaken, at one place. So it's not like it's not getting a huge distribution like Black Adam, which you can see over at Kinépolis. In fact, I was looking at it the other day. And then there's another one called it's called Amsterdam or something. A couple good movies. They look good. I haven't seen the trailers, but they look really, really good. So, all right, guys, locker room versus box office. And just be careful with the pronunciation of the word bandage, ¿no? Estas palabras, hay muchísimas en inglés. A lo mejor podéis dar unos ejemplos aquí también. Right? Mira, idioma, language, village, ¿no? Este aje suena como puente. I tell my students all the time, if you can say bridge, then you can say village. And then you can say, what was the one? Bandage, cabbage. Dilos conmigo, por favor. Cabbage, right? Repollo, cabbage, okay? Let's see. Born to Iron Man. I see you guys are having a lot of conversations among each other. I'll just ask you, just to not confuse me, because if not, it's a lot of comments. If you guys are just saying, hey, Paco, hey, I'm not going to mention names. Hey, Juanita, ¿qué tal está tu madre? It's okay, pero entonces estás usando esto como un chateo personal, which is great. Again, I love the camaraderie, but then I don't know which comments are meant to be read on the show and which ones are just between two people. So do whatever you want, but it's just right now I'm sifting through. To sift es como ir apartando comentarios, because I'm not going to read, hey, Paco, how's your mother? Great. She's doing really well, because then we're not going to do the show, right? Okay, so let's see. So I'm sifting through the comments. As I said, I love that you guys interact with each other, but try and keep the comments in the virtual classroom, in the chat room, pertinent to the show, okay? Even if you're just saying hello to each other, say something that I can say to everybody on the show, right? Okay, let's see. Like Roberto Quito, who's checking in, and he says, hi, great day. Thank you. I hope you have a great day. I heard you from Ecuador, Loja City, and it's 4:45 a.m. Guys, There is Robert Quito. Wow, that is determination. Welcome aboard, my buddy. Cristina Piquera says, hi, Alberto. Hello, how are you, Cristina? Born to Iron Man says, homeroom, aula del curso. ¿Ves? Aprendes algo nuevo cada día. And Born to Iron Man says, locker is consigna. Oh, no está aquí. Oh, okay. Pues aquí lo... A mí me dijeron, are you sure? Okay, I'm a little bit confused now. Let me know, guys. Let's see. Jason Lima says, box office is oficina de cajas. No, bueno, piénsalo. J. Lima, ¿cómo suelen ser delante del cine o los antiguos? Era como un chiringuito, una cajita, realmente que era una oficina, ¿no? Que tenían un librito, un sello y los tickets. You know, so if you really think about it, what was it? It was really a little office that was literally a box. Me encanta. I love when things make sense. Let's see. Laura says, children get sick very often when they start going to school, but eventually they build up a strong immune system. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, because if not, poor kid. Pobrecilla. You just have to be patient and weather the preschool years. To weather, that's a great, great verb. To weather, afrontar, right? To weather the storm. You say capear la tormenta? Capear? I know there's a similar expression. Excellent. And thank you, Laura. Thank you for the encouragement. Because, yeah, sometimes, you know, I'm like, poor kid, like viruses, leave my daughter alone. You know, she's just trying to play with all the kids. Let's see. Nihad says, every morning seeing your smile is considered sunny side up. Thank you for existing. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much, Nihad. And sunny side up. Hey, wait a second. That's how I like my eggs. Así me gustan los huevos. Sunny side up, huevos fritos. El lado soleado hacia arriba. Think about it. Sunny. Because in New York, if you order a bacon and egg sandwich on a bagel, ya estamos. You know, well, they're going to ask you, how do you want the egg? Scrambled? You want an omelet? Or I like them sunny side up because I like to dip. Right? Me gusta mojar. Let's see. Born to Iron Man, he says, oh, great. Excellent. Born to Iron Man. Other words that have this AGE that sounds like idge. Carriage, carroza, or lo que llevaban los caballos también, a carriage. Voltage. There you go. AC/DC reference. Born to Iron Man. Let's see. Rosaline says bondage. Yeah, bondage. It's used in a sexual context. Excuse me. Rosaline, what websites do you visit? I'm just asking. So awesome. Capear el temporal. Thank you. I knew it was similar. Wow, guys, we're learning so much. We've got students right now who are tuned in from all around the world, which is just great to have so many people. And during our live show, for example, we might have anywhere from 20 to 40. I don't know how many people because I'm not really looking at that. I'm on a different screen. But by the end of the day, this has hundreds and hundreds of views on Twitter, on Facebook, and then also downloads as well. So there's so many different ways that you can get your daily dose of the show with no name. And not just the show with no name. Remember, you start your day with Fitz right before this show. Fitz, Richard Vaughn right before that. I mean, get your, start brewing some coffee, preparando café. Turn on Vaughn Radio. Again, if you don't have us on the radio dial, the easiest way is to download our free app. And you just put, I list all the radio I listen to, which is La Ser during soccer games. Escucho los partidos. It's internet. I don't have the La Ser app because I only listen to it there. But you guys, if you listen to Vaughn Radio every day, you should definitely have space on your phone for our app. And you can also listen to our programs wherever you listen to podcasts as well. Spotify, iVox, Apple Podcasts, and all that jazz. Folks, we are going to our first commercial break. We'll be back in 2 minutes with tons more Show with No Name. So stick around. And action. The Show with No Name is sponsored by Kinepolis. And action. The Show with No Name is sponsored by Kinepolis. Hello, amigos. Welcome back. Welcome back to The Show with No Name, exclusively on Vaughn Radio. Don't forget, after today's show, you got Jules Linares and her program, Let's Get Random. You've got Rob and Andy on the lunchtime show. What better way to have lunch than with your amigos, Rob and Andy? You got Tosh Pasqua with Back to Basics. You got Kyle Miller. You got Dave Boyce. You got Guy Williams. You got Tommy and Ruben. I know I'm missing somebody there. Ooh, so many of us. So many of us here teaching English and loving what we do. So don't forget, guys, don't just listen to our programs. Follow us on social media. When I say us, I mean Vaughn. I mean my coworkers, my friends, and me. I know personally I make an extra effort, usually a couple hours of my week, to produce content. So I have content coming out every day. And just like a lot of my colleagues, es que es muy profesional esa palabra, a lot of my friends at Vaughn Radio, it usually has something to do with what we're teaching, or it's reviewing some expression or some pronunciation or something. So if you want the full experience, follow Vaughn, follow us, and you'll get a 360-degree experience, no? Redondo. You'll get the visual, you'll get the audio as well. And remember, a lot of the shows are streaming as well. Que se pueden ver también. When I first started doing this show, you couldn't see it. You couldn't tweet. I mean, it was like, here's grandpa now. Oh, I sound like a grandpa. Oh, my God. Well, guys, I'm going to be 45 in about a week or two. Well, what's today's date? I'm going to be 45 on November 19th, guys. Oops. I usually don't. I don't have my birthday posted anywhere just because, I don't know. I like getting messages from people, but, sometimes you want to answer your good friends and your family, and you're just getting bombarded with messages, which is a beautiful thing. So But it's funny because I think I put on when I opened my Facebook page that if you're not following me on Facebook, do that. And I think I put like October or September. So it's funny from every September 12th, o no sé qué día, bueno, esa es la de mi hija, but I forget what day I put. Let's say October 10th. So every October 10th, people are like, is it your birthday? Happy birthday. I'm like, no, that was just me playing with the system a little bit, having some fun. All right. Well, my amigos, we have so much to do on today's show. So let's kick off this part with Say What? Say what? What? That's right, amigos. That's right. It is the Say What soundbite only on the Show with No Name. And here's where we're going to hear from a famous person. And you guys are going to tell me what you heard. First, in your own words, in the best English you got. I want you to take out the big guns here, okay? Que saquéis toda la artillería, as you say. I want you to take out the big guns here and show me what you got in English. So everybody's always given their opinion and nobody asks for it. It's unsolicited. I'm asking you for your opinion on what you heard. So here we go, my amigos. This is the Say What soundbite for the first time. Grab your pens, grab a piece of paper, and write this down.
You don't want to hear the truth. All you want to hear is how great it is out here. Well, it may be great for you, but it sucks for me. I hate this place. I hate it. I just want to go home. Why can't we just go back home?
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That was your first listen of today's Show with No Name. Show with No Name, Say What soundbite. Es una frase larga. Digo Say What soundbite y acabo antes. I'm going to give it to you now for a second time, and I'd like to hear what you heard. Lo que habéis oído vosotros. Give me your best English, okay? I don't want, and remember, if you don't start with a capital letter, I'm not even going to reprimand you because I'm not here to do that, to reprimand. Don't do that. Don't, because I can't be bothered. No puedo molestarme con eso. So if you want to participate, make sure you dot your I's, you cross your T's, and you give me something that looks like English. All right. But if you start with I think con I minúscula, I think you don't give a shit. So yo te voy a decir lo que yo think. So what I'd like to do is read comments. I like to listen, one thing is has puesto un gerundio y es un infinitivo. That's awesome. That's great because now you know that eso se diría así, no asá. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to play it for you a second time. And it sounds like somebody's pretty upset. Bastante enfadado, desgustado. Okay, here it goes, guys.
You don't want to hear the truth. All you want to hear is how great it is out here. Well, it may be great for you, but it sucks for me. I hate this place. I hate it. I just want to go home. Why can't we just go back home?
All right, folks. That was the second listen of today's Say What soundbite. Hopefully somebody will be able to give us some feedback there on what they heard. Remember, your ultimate goal is to give me word for word what you heard. And today, I think the person speaks clearly, but they're saying a lot, right? And fast. So I think it'll be doable. Okay? Let's see. Rosaline says, the past year, your birthday was on November 16th. How is that? I have no idea what you're talking about. Sorry. Never, ever, ever. Where did you get that information? Guys, again, let's keep it on topic here. If I told you my birthday is November 19th, I think Maybe I'm not. Maybe you know my birthday better than I do, but I don't think so. Okay, so let's continue. As far as I know, as far as my birth certificate says, I can't believe I have to, to go over this. I was born on November 19th, 1977. But you can check with my mom if you want. I'm sure she'll remember it much more than I will. Poor thing. Yeah, I was a C-section, cesarean. Why? Look at this head. Poor mother. So, yeah, I think I would know my birthday. I don't know. Call me crazy. Puedes dudar de muchas cosas, pero I'm not that lost. Gracias. All right, let's see. Jay Plante, cracking up, says, I hear a guy who sounds like a cartoon. Well, that's true. I didn't think about that. It isn't a cartoon, but it does sound cartoonish. Cartunesco. Cartoonish. Interesting. Saying he wants to go home. Jay Plante, that's what I call short and sweet. But you know what? It's perfect. You told me what you heard. You told me it in perfect English, and that wasn't too hard, right? Excellent job. Okay, Oscar, or as we say in English, Oscar. ¿Quieres que te lo pronuncie Oscar or Oscar? Bueno, como me digas, da igual porque I'm going to flip it back and forth. So Oscar says, it's safe to say it's a young guy going bananas. Volviéndose loco, going bananas because he wants to go back home. Absolutely. Everything sucks for him at that moment. Excellent job, Oscar. Great ear. Wow. Hola Caracola says, it sounds like a sick and tired American woman. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Has some of you said that it was a guy, and some of you said that it was a gal. Oh, this is, whoa, interesting. So it sounds like a sick and tired, harta, American woman. She's shouting at someone that does not like to hear the truth, but how great he or she is. Wow, great observations. In the end, she mentions she's making a move home. Okay. Huh, interesting. Very good. Guys, great job. Leonardo, he sound. ¿Qué me falla ahí, Leonardo? He sound. Ahora, si pensara que no sabías eso, pues no te hago el. But he sounds. No, es tercera persona. Or he sounded en pasado. Okay, I'll forgive you because you always add to the show. Siempre contribuyes al programa. He sounded like a little pissed off kid. Muy bien. Como un niño enfadado. Leonardo, you're on it. You're on it, buddy. Who is fed up that everyone is telling him how good he is. Está harto de que la gente diga lo bueno que es. So all of you got that. Somebody who's sick and tired, somebody who's fed up, somebody who just can't take it anymore. They've had it up to here, decimos. He hates the place he is at the moment and just wants to go back to his house. Absolutely. So we could say he has, lo que yo antes decía, Mourinho, es Mourinho, right? Mourinho? Homesick. He's homesick, que echa de menos su casa. You say, yo siempre decía Mourinho. People are like, no es Mourinho, it's Mourinho. Mourinho. And I used to say it too with Pincho Mourinho. I don't know. I get confused, guys. All right, let's see. Leonardo, Hola Caracola says, wow, it sounded like a female voice to me. Well, hey, I didn't say it isn't. I haven't confirmed or denied that. Let's see. Nihad says, I think he is a student from the United States. He might be talking to his partner about things he does that seem to be good, but deep down, they're not really like that. But just a socks. Well, careful, Nihad. He didn't say socks, calcetines, but he said sucks, S-U. So, vamos a decir estas en voz alta, por favor. Calcetines, socks, socks. Cortito, socks. Y this sucks. Vaya mierda. Hay que traducir las cosas como sean. Vaya putada. This sucks. This sucks. Esto es lo peor. We use it, at least in the United States, we say it a lot. And lately, for some reason, I don't want to talk about it, but it seems like we're using it a lot lately. So excellent. Laura, there's Laura. She says, it sounds like an American teenager, good guess there, who is really upset and mad at someone, maybe one of his parents. Spot on. Clavado. Detective Laura strikes again. Yes. Parent and child. I won't say son or daughter yet. He says, Laura says it's a guy. He says that the situation sucks for him and that he just wants to go back home. Absolutely. Guys, I want to just seriously. You know what doesn't suck? Your comments. They're awesome. Rosaline says, I heard an American character who is very angry and seems to be having a fit of rage. Excellent. Un arrebato. No, una rabieta. Excellent. A fit of rage, de rabia. The voice is very hard-pitched or high-pitched. Do you want to say like this? Possibly. I haven't heard hard-pitched very much, but maybe you want to say like high-pitched. And he or she, so Rosaline's indecisive right now, whether it doesn't matter, but it does if we're going to guess who it is. But right now we're trying to analyze what this person said, what's going on, okay? And he or she goes away slamming the door. Good. You heard a door. Yeah, there's a noise, isn't there? Good observation, Rosaline. It was definitely a door slamming or something being hit. Un golpe de algún tipo, no? Jay Lima says, my dear teacher, I love it, Jay Lima. I can already see that you're going to be very thorough, muy concienzudo, with your dotting your I's and crossing your T's. But see this smile? That's because of you. My dear teacher, I heard a teenager getting nuts. Mejor going nuts, suena más natural. Pero me encanta que has usado volviéndose loco. So I heard a teenager going nuts because he's in a place he doesn't want to be in and shouts out he wants to go back to his house. Absolutely. All right. And we've got Lupe coming in over here as well. And Lupe says, I think it could be a scene from a movie. Absolutely. You're right. The young boy is pissed off about something, and he said that everything sucks and he wants to go home. Guys, this is exactly what I expected of you. See that smile? That's the smile your teacher has when you guys do a great job. When you go above and beyond, to go above and beyond, decir más allá, hacer más de lo que se espera de vosotros, to go the extra mile, to go above and beyond. Dos formas de expresar este concepto. And folks, it's time for another section, though. It's time for today's Spelling Bee.
Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee.
That's right, amigos. It is our Spelling Bee. And as always, I'm going to spell some words for you. Today, we are going to have some Roman numerals. ¿Qué? Roman numerals? Well, you guys, the Roman Empire, Spain, I mean, lo domináis vosotros mejor que yo creo, siendo americano, ¿no? Por cercanía, because you're closer. And now, many of you are like, the Roman Empire, that was like centuries before I was born. All right, well, folks, so maybe they're kings, maybe it's royalty. I don't know. I do know, obviously. But I want you guys to tell me who these people are and what they have in common. Again, I'm warning you in advance. I'm forewarning you. Prevenir. I'm forewarning you. There are Roman numerals. And, o sea, hoy no solo que tienes que dominar inglés, pero también, how do you say, números romanos? Do you say it like that? O la numérica romana. La de, ayer hablamos de Rocky. De hecho, you know where I learned Roman numerals? From Rocky. I swear to God, I'm not kidding. No es broma. All right, here we go, guys. Today's spelling bee, as always, the first round is really tough. It is for super show with no namers. Here we go with round one. The first word is, or the first person, I should say, is RAMESSES, and the Roman numeral is the seventh. A ver si me equivoco yo al final. El séptimo. The next one is TWOSRET. The next one is SETNAKHTE. The next one is MENTUHERKHEPSHEF. The next one is THUTMOSE, the first. And the last one is HATSHEPSUT. Sorry, I need to take that breath afterwards. Siempre, siempre. Okay, let's take a look over here. Yes, Laura says números romanos. All right. Let's see. Jesus says nobody is talking about the Chinese rocket that's out of control that is going to crash into Spain. Jesus, I hope that's a joke, or I hope it's like fake news, because, I mean, whoa. I mean, whoa. If that's true, we are fucked, aren't we? Unless, does anybody here have a nuclear shelter? I don't. Okay. Can I come to yours? I'll teach you English in exchange for some canned food. That would not be a good thing. Oh, man. Well, as you can imagine, I'm not on Twitter right now, or I'm not, since I'm doing the show. And I don't know, as I said, I don't watch TV. I get my news from different sources, but I don't watch TV. Let's see. David says, hi, AA, long time that I don't see you. Mas normal, long time no see here on Facebook on the air. Pleasant to watch you. Thank you so much, David. Yeah, we were doing Instagram for a while, but then we decided YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. I mean, podcast. There's many ways you can tune in. But of course, some days you want to watch the show with no name. Know that you always can watch the show with no name. All right, let's take a look over here. I've got a few people who are participating, and I'm going to check them. We got Born to Iron Man, and we've got Marta. So let's see. Born to Iron Man. The first one is correct. The second one is correct. The third one is correct. The fourth one. Okay, here we go. We're getting down to the wire here. The fourth one is esta es la más larga, it looks right, dude. It looks right. The fifth one is correct. And the sixth one, ladies and gentlemen, unless I misread, porque una de ellas es larguísima, me pierdo. We've got a winner. Please give it up for your amigo Born to Iron Man. Born to Iron Man. Acaba de hacer un juego de palabras with your name. Hey, dude. I was born to iron, man. Yo nací para planchar, hombre. O sea, born to Iron Man or born to iron, man. Were you born to Iron Man? Okay, it's not that funny. And ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Marta as well. Marta looks right. Wow. Impressive, guys. Let's see. Cristina says, spelling is difficult for me. Well, I've got to say something, Cristina. I think this is the hardest, unless somebody disagrees here. This is one of the hardest sections on our show every day, right? I think so. This and maybe Say What soundbite, depending on the day. What do you guys think? What do you think is the most, no me gusta hardest, the most challenging section? But Cristina, it's great. Then you know, tengo que seguir trabajándolo. And Cristina, I can tell you this. I've seen all the students who have been at it for a long time improve. So it's just a matter of time. Be patient. Keep up the great work as well. Speaking of a student who has improved leaps and bounds since I've met him, we've got Borislav in the house. Borislav, a wonderful show with No Namer, a part of the original family. He's been listening to us. Well, I'll read his comment. Hi, Borislav. He says, hi, Alberto. You know, this month I'm turning on 8 years since I found your show and Vaughn Radio. Thanks for everything. Borislav, as I just said, you are part of our family here, and I'm sure I speak for all of us. So great to know that we always have new listeners, new viewers, but we've also got our old school crew over here who continue to improve their English day by day. So awesome hearing from all of you guys. In fact, I'm due es me toca. I'm due to read some comments, but I haven't had time. I've had a very crazy week this week, but usually I like to share some of the feedback I get. I like to share some of the comments. Some you guys really, I'd love to read them all. I mean, I usually don't read, hey, Alberto, I'm learning with you. It's a lot of fun. I love those comments. But some of you really, really take the time to write like a beautiful, like, you know, couple paragraphs. So I'll tell you what, next week, we'll take a look at some of your comments, some of your observations, some of your, encouragement, because usually when I read these comments, I imagine hearing other people being inspired and doing well and their success stories will keep you guys encouraged and motivated. So it's due, se debe, right? It's time. But right now it's time for the second round of today's Spelling Bee. Here we go. The first one is RAMESSES, the seventh. The next one is TWOSRET. The next one is SETNAKHTE. The next one is MENTUHERKHEPSHEF. Y puntos extras si sabes pronunciarlo. Yo no. Okay, the next one is THUTMOSE, the first. And the last one is HATSHEPSUT. Folks, we're going to a quick commercial break. We'll be back in 2 minutes with tons more. So stick around. And action. The show with no name is sponsored by Kinepolis. And action. The show with no name is sponsored by Kinepolis. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to this, the third part of today's show with no name, exclusively on Vaughn Radio. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. This is the place where English is exciting, interactive, ergonomic. Bueno, no sé si es ergonómico. Welcome back, amigos. We have so much to do in this part of the show. So let's put the pedal to the metal. Vamos a pisarlo fuerte with today's homophones.
Homophones on the show with no phones time. Cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. Homophones on the show with no name. Cause homophones time. Cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. 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 Show with no name. Show with no name. Show with no name.
That's right, amigos. It's homophones only on the show with no name. And let's take a look before we start today's homophones. We got a couple comments coming in. Antonio says, hi all. Wow, today was difficult. Don't worry, Antonio. The idea is to make an effort. As long as you do that, that's great. Let's see. Cristina says, I started to hear you around 2015, I think. Well, that's great. I'm so glad you tuned in and that you're still here with us. Cristina. There's Lupe participating in the spelling bee. There's Rosaline saying, wow, Lupe, today the spelling bee is thought. I don't think you want to say thought, right? Thought is pensé o pensamiento. I know what you're saying. That's a tough word. Querías decir tough, no? All right, so this is what we're going to do. I want everybody to pronounce these words for me over here, okay? Duro, difícil. Tough. Pensamiento, thought. Aunque, though. A través de, through. Y concienzudo, thorough. No te jodas, yeah. No me jodas, yeah, pues sí, te estoy jodiendo. Así es. All right, so let's go through it again. Conmigo, okay, por favor. Because a lot of people get confused here. So, thought, pensamiento. I thought it was tough. Pensé que era difícil. I thought it was tough, though. Aunque. I thought it was tough, though I went through a lot. So, though, aunque, through, a través, pasar en este caso. And it was very thorough, which is concienzudo. So, wow. Yeah, those are tough words to master. All right, let's see. Jose Rojo says, you are the best, Alberto. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, and Born to Iron Man said that he left out an E in our spelling bee, which makes our winner, you know who, Marta. All right, we just took a look at some tricky words here, but those weren't your homophones. So let's see what today's homophones are or are not. The first word, let me see. I want to make sure I'm translating this correctly in Spanish. The first word is inocentón, boludo. I say like mamón. No, este es un mamón. Right? I think it's similar. So, what else is it? También es piruleta en Inglaterra, I think. Y luego también decimos, soy fanático de algo. Usamos esto para una expresión, pero lo vemos. We'll look at it more in detail after. But it's somebody who's gullible. Alguien que se cree todo. Somebody you can fool very easily, que puedes engañar fácilmente. En Argentina, boludo. I love it. They use that word all the time. Inocente, inocentón. No, crees todo. So that is the first word. The second word is fútbol, pero como lo diríamos en los Estados Unidos o Australia, que no decimos football. Eso es otro deporte. So, si tú quisieras decir, soy un fanático por el fútbol, la palabra fanático ahí, que soy un inocentón, me trago todo, me gusta todo. You know, think of it that way, ¿no? Porque es algo negativo, pero si tú dices, yo soy un fanático, un loco por la aviación, ahí no es tan malo. So again, the context is very important. We're going to look at them, okay? So the first word, inocentón, somebody who's gullible. The second word is the American/Australian way of saying furgol. Ya sé que no se dice furgol. He oído comentaristas decirlo en España, furgol. And I'm like, really? Furgol. And I'm like, isn't it football? I don't know. Call me crazy. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we have somebody participating in our Say What soundbite after 2 listens. Was that 2? I didn't give. Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, ni hao. Holy cow. Oh my God. I didn't even give it to you a third time. In fact, let me do that now before I forget. This is the Say What soundbite for the third time. Please write down what you hear.
You don't want to hear the truth. All you want to hear is how great it is out here. Well, it may be great for you, but it sucks for me. I hate this place. I hate it. I just want to go home. Why can't we just go back home?
All right, amigos. As we already cleared up, somebody who is homesick. Echa de menos su casa. Enfermo por casa, right? Le falta su casa. Think of it that way. I know morriño, whatever you call it in Spanish. Nunca lo voy a. Pincho morriño. I give up. Me doy por vencido. All right. Okay, so Monse. Monse is the first one to participate in our in our homophone section. And she says the words are and they're not homophones. Well, Monse, those are the right words. Let's see what your classmates say. Leonardo says the 2 words are and they are homophones. Well, the good thing is you guys both got the right words. Now, here's my question. Are you on Monse's team or are you on Leonardo's team? Let's see. Laura says the 2 words are and they don't sound the same. Okay. Oscar says the words are and they don't sound like homophones to me. All right. Lupe agrees. Ana Palacios agrees with Leonardo, saying that they are homophones. All right. Most of you are saying no. Some of you are saying yes. All right, this is real simple. Soy un amante de algo. Me vuelvo loco, me vuelco con tal. Piensa que me pueden engañar con tal, porque como es lo mío, you know. I'm a sucker for soccer. Listen carefully. I'm a sucker for soccer. Sucker, soccer. Sucker, soccer. They do not sound the same. See that? So it's funny. So somebody falls for something. Alguien cae, le haces una broma, you play a prank on them, and they fall for it, and you go, sucker, sucker. Como te han pillado is what it means, right? A sucker. Also, as I said, in the structure, que no puedes resistirlo. If you're a sucker for something, oh man, I'm a sucker for aviation. Es como que no lo puedo resistir, right? Nunca lo niego, nunca digo que no. I'm a sucker for something. Okay. So, and let's pronounce the words, okay? Sucker, sucker. That's the sound, sucker. Don't be a sucker. Vimos la palabra, sucks. La misma palabra. This sucks. Sucker. Esto es lo peor. Inocentón. And soccer. Sucker, soccer. Rosaline says it sounds longer and it's a different verb. A different vowel sound, not a different verb. It's a different word. It's a different vowel sound, right? So sucker, soccer, they don't sound the same. So yes, it might be a little bit longer, but also it's a different sound, right? It has not, aside from that, aparte de eso, right? So real simple here. Well, no tanto. But let's really focus. I want you guys to really focus on trying to figure this out over here. Okay? The first word again, sucker. Sucker. Ucker. Mark Zuckerberg is a sucker. Ahora van a quitarnos de Facebook, ya verás. It's true, though. Se pronuncia igual. Mark Zuckerberg is a sucker. I didn't know that. Yo siempre lo pienso como cuando descubres algo. I didn't know that. Sucker. El otro, I knew that. Soccer. I knew that. So really, really tough over there. And I see we've got Laura as well taking a stab at the Say What soundbite. Great job to all of you who are participating. I don't know if they're the same or if there are differences there, because obviously I'm not going to read through the whole thing now, but both of you, excellent job. And well, at the end of the show, we will check out if you were right. And if you were right, excellent. And if you weren't, well, you got to figure out where you made a mistake, right? So you can avoid that mistake in the future. Okay, let's see. Anna says, whoa, the Say What sound is tough. I think it's a very angry teenager, a girl or boy, I can't tell. The only thing I caught, con una A, caught, was he or she hates his or her house. By the way, I'm Onyx. Oh, yeah, I knew that, Onyx. I'm just so forgetful. Yeah, I did know that. Onyx, how's it going? How are you? All right, so those are not homophones, guys. Excellent job to Monse and company. You guys know Pans and Company, right? But what about Monse and Company? All right, folks, it's time to move on. Let's just go through our spelling bee very quickly. These were all people, kings, who were buried, or are buried, I should say, in the famous Valley of the Kings in Egypt. Okay, in Egipto, in Egypt. And the reason I chose this was because today in 1922, British archaeologist Howard Carter and his crew, his team, found the entrance, la entrada, to Tutankhamun's tomb. Difícil, eso es un trabalenguas. Tutankhamun's tomb. Ya, ¿se dice así? O King Tut's tomb. Cuando queremos decirlo en plan corto, es King Tut. Pero si no, es Tutankhamun. It's interesting. Si lo decimos corto, es Tut. King Tut. And obviously one of the most famous sarcophaguses, difícil esa, that was found in the Valley of the Kings. Now, I have never been to Egypt, and I would love to go. I'm sure many of you, have you guys been? Any of you been to Egypt? Any of you been to the pyramids, to the Valley of the Kings? Must be amazing. All right, here's a little trivia question I'm going to throw your way. How many tombs are they? Que no es Tom Raider. It's Tomb Raider. So how many tombs are there in the Valley of the Kings? All right, I'll give you guys some time to think about that. You can guess, puedes adivinar, but you better use a full sentence. Como me pongas tres, I'm not even going to read it. There are, así practicamos estructura. The first one, voy a ver cómo digo los nombres estos, Ramesses the Seventh was the first one. The second one was Tusoret. The third one, Setnakte. This one, ahora esta es la que me va a costar la vida. Mentur Kepchev. I'm sure I mispronounced it, but he was not nearly as popular as King Tut. Then you've got Thutmose the First, and then Hatshepsut. Again, I'm not too worried about the pronunciation because those are not words that you'll use in English. You won't, unless you're watching, a movie like The Mummy or something like that. And even then, I don't think you'll hear those words. And speaking of movies, it's time for Name That Movie. Name That Movie. That's right. That's right. It's Name That Movie, only on the show with no name. And folks, this is where we take a look at a movie, and hopefully you guys will be able to figure out what movie it is. If not, don't worry. The important thing is that we try and extract all the English we possibly can from this movie. All right. And let's see, a couple of you before we begin are telling me about your Egypt trips or lack thereof. Carencia de viajes a Egipto. Marta says, I've never been there, but I would love to visit Egypt. It's on my bucket list. Marta, ditto. Ditto es, digo igual. Ditto. D-I-T-T-O. Ditto. Let's see. Oh, very cool. Laura says, I went to Egypt on my honeymoon 22 years ago, and it's a fantastic country. You should really go. Oh, yeah, no, definitely. I'm going to get there sooner or later. I hope. We'll see. All right, my amigos, it's time to go to the movies. Oh, the Valley of the Kings, or there are, vamos para contestártelo como te lo he dado. How many tombs are there in the Valley of the Kings? There are at least 63 tombs that have been found. 63. That's pretty crazy. Let's see. Antonio says, I was in Egypt con mayúscula, ¿no? Países, no sé en español, en inglés, siempre. Iwad. Antonio, Iwad. Eso no es inglés. Ok, voy a seguir, pero veo dos errores en tres palabras, and I'm like, errores no. You're not, I know you know the word was. So that's carelessness. Voy a seguir, aunque I'm scared. I was, porque si tengo que corregir erratas y no el inglés, pues we're wasting my time here, and yours. I can help you with a lot of other things, structure, vocabulary. But if I have to correct, no, es que se empieza con mayúsculas. Then we're going back to like preschool, no, la guardería. So, and I work with adults on purpose. Okay. I love kids. Don't get me wrong, but I work with adults on purpose. Okay. Because I can reason with adults. Sometimes kids, it's really tough. Parents, you know what I'm saying. I was in Egypt seeing the period. Tío, si a ti no te importa, Antonio, pues a mí tampoco, tío. Seriously. Eso no es inglés, ni español, ni nada. Eso es. Yo lo que veo es esto. Pegando ahí a tu teclado a saco y a ver lo que sale. Come on, man. Don't give me that. I won't accept that. Does your English teacher accept that? Because I won't. I refuse. Me niego. No? Right? I mean, if I'm wrong here. But come on, man. Minimum effort. Mínimo es lo que pido. Mínimo. Okay? Si no, don't, you can participate on your own. But if you're going to participate in the group, in front of your class, make the most minimum effort for your own good, para que quedes bien tú. Borislav says, I've been in Egypt 15 years ago. Borislav, you see how you gave me a full sentence? I can help you. I don't have to correct your carelessness. I can correct your English. I was in Egypt 15 years ago. Yo sé que en español he estado hace 15 años, pero en inglés usaríamos el pasado simple porque estamos hablando de un evento que ya pasó. Pero ves, Borislav, yo te puedo ayudar con el inglés ahí, no ayudarte a escribir. So I've been to Egypt. You can say I've been to Egypt, punto. Pero el momento que dices 15 years ago, estás haciendo referencia a un tiempo en el pasado. Entonces tendríamos que usar el pasado. So I was in Egypt 15 years ago. It's worth it very much. Oh, I don't doubt it for a second. Antonio says, sorry, they are my fingers. No, the problem is not your fingers. It's your eyes, right? You're not looking at it. You're just hitting it and not looking at it. Do you send email? Let me ask you this. Do you send emails to your boss like that? Like just not looking like, send. Just curious. Actually, I'm not curious. I'm just making an example. You don't have to answer. Okay, let's see. Nihad says, Egypt now. I do not recommend visiting it because it's under control of a brutal dictatorial regime. Well, Nihad, that's so true. That's so true. There have been a couple times where I thought about going to Egypt and there was political turmoil. ¿Cómo se dice turmoil en español? Pues vamos a buscarlo. Turmoil, problemas, confusión, agitación, lío político. Turmoil, Turmoil. So yes, Nihad, that's what's been holding me back in the last few years. Absolutely, right? The whole, I don't want any, I don't want to be held hostage, Ren, now because I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time. So that's something, you never know. It's good to know what's going on in geopolitics, as they call it, geopolitica, right? Just the minimum, right? You want to know at least the minimum. Okay, so we looked at Egypt. I love that you guys had so much to say about Egypt. You say the word Paris and people respond, but Egypt, everybody had an opinion. Some of you have been, some of you would like to go. Here's today's Name That Movie. Are you ready? In a city of humanoid animals, a hustling theater impresario's attempt to save his theater with a singing competition becomes grander than he anticipates, even as its finalists find that their lives will never be the same. Whoa. Okay, so in a city of humanoid animals, humanoides, animales que son humanos, a hustling, un buscavidas. If you're a hustler, te mueves, no? You're trying to make things happen. A hustling theater impresario, ¿te suena empresario? Nosotros lo decimos con I delante, y latina, but we say empresario, businessman. His attempt to save his theater, salvar su teatro, with a singing competition, un concurso de canto, becomes grander, se convierte en algo mucho más grande than he anticipates. Esa palabra lo sabes. Even as its finalists, sus finalistas, find that their lives will never be the same. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got some winners. Please give it up for Born to Iron Man. Also, Jay Lima, who says, my daughter loves this movie. Oh, yeah, I love the movie too. Set it all free. Who knew that Scarlett Johansson had such a good voice? I mean, wow. Well, this movie features 85 hit songs. 85. So if you're a music lover, you might really like this. At least find yourself singing along. And my daughter, I'm still standing taller than I ever been. Looking like a true survivor. I'm feeling like a little kid. What a great movie. And in English, what a cast. No sé quién hace las voces. But in English, it's Jennifer Hudson, Matthew McConaughey. Yeah, Matthew McConaughey. Reese Witherspoon, John C. Reilly, Seth MacFarlane, el que hace de Family Guy, Scarlett Johansson y vaya vozarrón. Yo creo que hemos mirado esa canción aquí. Set It All Free. And Wes Anderson as well. So what a cast. Vaya reparto. It's Sing. It came out in 2016. And Buster Moon says, if your folks could just loan me the money until, you know what? Guys, I think we're going to have to do this because no quiero ir tan rápido que me salto el vocabulario. So I'm trying to race through it when it's just easier to take 2 minutes when we come back from our commercial break and take a look at it. And hopefully you guys will sing along with me. Remember this along, when we use this along is conmigo. So do you want to come along? Do you want to sing along? Do Do you want to read along with me? No, it's alone. It's along. And I think this movie was made as a sing-along movie, right? And if you think about it, their hits from the 1940s to 2016, to like current hits. So they were smart there. They said, we're going to get grandma and grandpa. We're going to get mom and dad's generation. And we'll get the teenagers too. And did it work? Oh, yeah. Also, as I said, extremely talented cast. And if you put that together with some really good music and a decent story, una historia bastante decente, you've got a hit. And that's exactly what this movie was. But we're going to take a look at that after our commercial break. I can't believe it. We'll be right back in 2 minutes with the final part of today's show. So stick around. And action. The show with no name is sponsored by Kinepolis. And action. The show with no name is sponsored by Kinepolis. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to the show with no name on Vaughn Radio. Don't forget, we got tons of programs all day long. Just download the free Vaughn Radio app. That's right, amigos. And don't forget, you got a fresh new episode of FYI for your English. So much free content out there to help you learn English and have fun. Why not? That's right, amigos. All right, well, welcome back. Welcome back to the show. This is part 4. I can't believe it. Time is just flying by, but when you're hanging out with your amigos, that's what happens. So thank you for making this magical. And as I said, many of you know, I'm not having a good week. Personal things that happen in life, things that are unavoidable. But this week, maybe you noticed it, maybe you haven't, but it's been a lot harder to do things. But I have to thank you because this time that I've been here with you, you know, these 2 hours when I'm in my classes, I really feel like I forget about the things that are affecting me right now this week. So thank you as well for all your support, vuestro apoyo. A lot of you have reached out to me and said, hey, I heard you're going through a rough week. It's going to be okay. Thank you. Just being able to be here with you guys and just being distracted and having fun and laughing, that for me is a gift. Es un regalo. So thank you for that. But that's not going to get you out of all the challenges. You still have a lot of work to do in this show. Well, fun work, like Double Trouble. Double Trouble, baby. Yeah, you know what time it is. Give it up. Double trouble. I said double trouble. Double trouble. I said double trouble. That's right, amigos. It's Double Trouble only on the show with no name. And here we go. I'm going to give you this translation with a twist. And you got to use the same word twice in this translation. Are you guys ready? All right. As always, I want full sentences. You know what I expect from you guys, right? You know it. I don't have to tell you. I tell you every day. And you're the ones who set the bar so high. Si fuerais lerdos, as you say in Spanish, pues no pondría el listón alto. But you show me that you're fucking awesome students. So what do you make me do? You make me raise the bar as a teacher. I love it. And I thank you for that. It pushes me out of my comfort zone. I'm like, ooh, I really got to look really far away and long and hard, as we say, to be able to challenge you guys. I can't just throw an easy double trouble at you because you'll all get it. So, it keeps me working as a teacher, that you keep raising the bar. It makes me raise the bar. So thank you. I really honestly thank you for that. Okay, here we go. Basta ya. No digo basta ya de lo que estaba diciendo. Eso es la traducción. Basta ya. Todo el mundo sabe que eso es una copia falsa. O pirata, you say as well in Spanish. So, basta ya. Todo el mundo sabe que eso es una copia falsa, una copia pirata. Okay, there's your double trouble. Hopefully somebody will be able to figure out the double trouble. In the meantime, let me give you the Say What soundbite. We already had a few students, I believe Nihad and Laura, who have taken a stab at it. And as I said, looked pretty good. Just as I took a glance, una ojeada rápida. All right, here we go. This is the 4th listen of today's Say What soundbite.
You don't want to to hear the truth. All you want to hear is how great it is out here. Well, it may be great for you, but it sucks for me. I hate this place. I hate it. I just want to go home. Why can't we just go back home?
All right. There you go, amigos. There you go. We'll take a look at who that is, where it's from. You're going to kill me. Why? I tried to give you a clue. Remember how we said it's from a movie? I mentioned that movie on the show earlier. That's how I do things. And those of you who know me, I like to play. I like to leave little clues throughout the show to help you, give you little advantages, little edges as we get through the show. So if you were paying attention, I said the movie that this clip is from. A veces I'm just like, lo voy a meter ahí, just to see who's paying attention. And speaking of movies, let's go through Name That Movie really quickly. And we'll take a look at the scene here. This is a great movie. I believe it was Jay Lima just asked, are movies with songs great for kids for learning English? Yes, kids and adults. We learn things musically. Language for my daughter right now is not presente perfecto, pretérito, gerundio, su puta madre. Okay, es así. She's not trying to reason anything. She's just accepting and repeating. So there's no filter, and that is beautiful, because if you can listen with no filter and then repeat, it's hard. Again, when you've been learning English or learned it incorrectly, my daughter doesn't have to break bad habits. We have to create good ones from the beginning, right? And music is such an amazing learning tool. My daughter can sing Beatles songs. Okay, we're talking about some serious vocabulary. So, Jay, siento ser vulgar, pero esto hay que poner énfasis. Fuck yeah. Claro que sí. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Musical movies. Do, a deer, a female. Yes. The more, the merrier. That's the way it works. And speaking of, let's take a look at Sing over here. So Sing came out in 2016, and Buster Moon says, if your folks could just loan me the money until, si tus amigos me podrían prestar el dinero. So let's take a look at this. You can loan somebody money. You can lend somebody money. Okay. A loan is also un préstamo. We don't say a lend. We say a loan. So you can ask for a loan. Hopefully your friend will lend you money or loan you money. And you are the borrower, el que toma prestado. So la frase, puedes decir, me prestas algo de dos formas, realmente. Can I borrow your pen? Can you lend me? Can you loan me your pen? Okay. Y es un homófono. A loan, un préstamo, solo. Right? He was alone when he applied for a loan. All right, I'll stop. So if your folks could just loan me the money until, and then he cuts him off. Eddie cuts him off. Le interrumpe. And he goes, $100,000? Buster, come on. Venga, tío. Buster. And Buster says, I got to think. Tengo que pensar. I gotta. Recomiendo que lo escribas bien y lo diga, pero I got to think. I got to come up with a solution. Tengo que dar o inventarme una solución. We use this come up with a lot. I got to come up with a solution. And Eddie says, look, maybe it's time to stop thinking and it's time to just move on. Quizá es el momento de dejar de pensar y seguir adelante. Quiero decir, este es muletilla nuestra. Quiero decir, lo que quiero decir es, this theater of yours, este teatro tuyo, you could get some decent money for it. Puedes recibir una buena pasta. Decent money for it. I don't know, maybe we could do something together. ¿Quién sabe? Quizá podríamos hacer algo juntos. And Buster says, what? What? Sit around playing video games? No, estar ahí tirado. To sit around, puede ser estar sentado por ahí, pero también to sit around es no tomar acción. Don't just sit around. Be proactive. O sea, tiene esa connotación de tocártelos. And he goes, do you know what that is? And he señala, he points at a bucket. And Eddie goes, it's a bucket. Es un cubo. And Buster says, yes. And do you know why I have this bucket? ¿Sabes por qué tengo este cubo? And Eddie goes, because the roof is leaking. Porque hay una gotera en el techo. And then Buster points to another bucket and he goes, no, that's the bucket for the leak. Esa es la que usamos para la gotera. Remember, leak is also filtración de información, but also es un escape, una fuga de gas. You can have a gas leak, which is a lot more dangerous than a water. Bueno, depende. If a lot of water leaks, so the word is to leak. Y el adjetivo es leaky. We have some leaky pipes in the kitchen. Tenemos una tubería que gotea in the kitchen. Y lo sabemos también de leak información. Okay, they leaked the information to the press. And it's interesting, we said the word bucket before because I believe it was Monse who said something about her bucket list. All right, well, let's go on over to today's Double Trouble over here and see how you guys did. Let's see. Jay Lima says, chin up, my teacher. Ánimo. Chin up. Es levanta esa barbilla, ¿no? Que levantes la cabeza. Jay Lima, you're on fire today, huh? And you're using capital. Look at how happy I am. See, Jay Lima, it's really easy to make me happy. Rosaline says, at heart, all of us are with you, double A. Thank you so much, Rosaline. Nihad says, your way of teaching makes me addicted to your content. Thank you. I'm so content that you're addicted to my content. Let's see. Antonio says, you are very hard, Al. Albert, nobody calls me Al. Al was my grandpa. And I'm very hard. ¿Quieres decir que soy muy duro como profesor? Porque I'm very hard, puede tener otra cosa. Digo, yo diría tough en este caso. Para que, you know what, Antonio, we want to avoid any miscommunications because I'm not hard right now. ¿Me entiendes, Sico? Hay que reírse. We have a good time here. Nos reímos mucho, eh? All right, Laura taking a stab at today's Double Trouble. And ladies and gentlemen, I want a nice, huge round of applause for Laura. Yeah, that's right, Laura. All right, so basta ya. Knock it off. Ahora. If I had a dime, 10 céntimos, for every time my mother said that to me, and no es ella, pobre, ella, it's me. I provoked it. Alberto, knock it off. Well, sometimes I can be annoying. You know, I talk a lot. I got a lot of energy. Imagine as a mother, you guys, I'm your teacher. It's different. Knock it off. Ya vale. Okay? Basta ya. Knock it off. Frase hecha ahí. Okay? Knock it off. Everyone knows, or everybody knows. Acordaos, el everyone or everybody es tercera persona. So, empleamos una S en tercera persona presente, right? So, everybody loves, everybody needs. Y también en el presente perfecto. Everybody I know, everybody has gone, no have. O sea, no se trata como un they, sino como un it. Okay? No, toma nota, because I've heard people make mistakes there. So knock it off. Y no es knock. No decimos knock. Knock. It's knock. The doctor sound. Knock it off. Dilo conmigo. Knock it off. You know, from knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Wow. Very famous song, right? You better knock, knock, knock on wood. No dicen knock. Dicen knock. So knock it off. Everyone knows that's a knockoff. Basta ya, ya te vale. Todo el mundo sabe que eso es una copia falsa. Excellent job. Wow. Look. And I'm seeing a lot of people making an effort here, and that's awesome. But Laura, I say Laura in English. That's exactly what I have written here. So excellent job. Let's see. Monse says, drop off the phone. Everybody knows that's phony. Monse. You know I always applaud effort. El esfuerzo siempre lo aplaudo. Creativity, always in this class. No sé en los otros, but you always get points for creativity here. So, but me has hecho pensar en otra. Hold the phone, para el carro, ya está. que puede ser basta ya. Hold the phone. Everybody knows that's phony. Esa sí que te vale, Monse. So casi. Wow. Let's see. We've got it. Monse is like, I want another one. Monse, I love it. Ooh, you are motivated. You are driven. She says, cut the crap. Everybody knows that's fake crap. Amigos, Monse is like, I'll get it. I'll get it too. También, cut the crap. Basta ya. Ya te vale. Cut the crap. Everybody knows that that's fake crap. Excellent job, guys. It's time for You're Joking. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, what did the guy say when he walked into the bar? Ouch. Ouch. You get it? Ouch. He walked into the bar. You're joking. That's right. That's right, amigos. All right, it's time for today's joke. We'll see if you get it. Remember, these aren't the funniest jokes in the world, but hopefully you'll learn some double meanings, some puns, juegos de palabras. You can say a play on words, pero ¿por qué? Si puedes decir a pun. No, es mucho más corto. Como Punisher, the Punisher, or to punish, castigar, pues solo la P-U-N, pun. All right, so why did the karate master, you say karate, we say karate. Okay, karate. It's a weird one, huh? Why did the karate master, or sensei, rob the shoe shop? Okay, ¿por qué robó el maestro del karate la tienda de zapatos? Okay, and remember, if you're going to explain the joke, I don't want you to explain one meaning. I want you to explain all the meanings that are in there, whether it's 2 or 3, right? Because then I know we don't want to assume anybody knows any of the meanings. Let's just pretend somebody in a different language, like, oh, well, that's funny in English because this means this, this, and this. Let's assume I no speak English, okay? And I need your help explaining this joke, okay? So why did the karate master rob the shoe shop? Just for kicks. Oh. No. You know the interesting thing? There are 3 meanings. O sea, que si piensas explicarlo, what I would do is get ready to explain 3 meanings. See, algunos, some puns are 2 words. This has got 3 different punchlines or punny parts, if you will. Okay? So, did anybody get the joke? Let's see. I'm going to take a look here at the comments. So, I'll repeat it. Why did the karate master rob the shoe shop? And the answer was just for kicks. What do you think? I don't have my gong ready? Daniel's son? Wax on, wax off, wax on. I feel like the Karate. I hope you guys got the Karate Kid reference. Oh my God. Karate Kid. Not the new one. I'm not talking about the new ones. They don't even exist as far as I'm concerned. En cuanto a mí no existen. Okay, let's see what we've got over here. German says just for kicks means just for shoes. That's right. Kicks is a way of saying shoes. Hey, I like your kicks. Me encanta tus nuevos zapatos. Nice kicks. Normalmente sneakers deportivas. Oh, those are really cool kicks. Yeah, it's a very native way to say that. Great. Then German says, just for kicks es para echarnos unas risitas. También. Great job, German. So right now we've got 2 meanings. He robbed the shoe shop just for kicks, solo por unas zapatillas. Just for kicks, para echarse unas risas. And just for kicks, well, what do you do in karate? You punch and you kick. So there's a trip, like dar una patada, solo para dar solo por patadas, solo por unas zapatillas y solo por echarse unas risas. So there you go, folks. There's today's joke. It's time to move on, though. It's time for famous birthday trivia.
The show with no name.
That's right, amigos. That's right, amigos. I just thought of another joke. What is a karate master's favorite meal? A chop. Un chuletón, una chuleta. Chop. A pork chop. Okay. What chop es lo que hacen? Karate chop. Bueno, es la misma acción que hace, if you think about it, the karate master and the butcher hacen lo mismo. Uno con la mano y otro with a butcher knife. Me encanta el inglés. Es tan lógico. All right. So, my amigos, here are your birthday boys and girls. The first person, many Spanish people don't know how to pronounce his last name. He's a tall, blonde actor from Texas. And he was in A Time to Kill, Amistad, The Wedding Planner. He's kind of a sex symbol, I would say. He was also in Sing, the very famous movie, the one we looked at today, in Name That Movie. Number two, this guy was born in 1969, an American rapper, producer, and actor, born in New York City. And he's very famous for rapping and producing, but also I think his claim to fame, what made everybody, realize who he was as a producer, was Biggie Smalls. So he produced Biggie Smalls, Notorious Big, but then he also produced his own songs. He's produced music for Usher. So a very, very important person in the hip hop world, right? Extremely important. Okay, you might love him, you might hate him. He's changed his name 75 times. So if you know what his name is now, let me know. All right. And last but not least, the Karate Kid. Shall I continue or no? The original, the actor who played the original Karate Kid, born in Huntington, New York, in Long Island, como lo pronunciamos nosotros. All right, folks, those are your three famous birthday boys and girls. Let's see if you can figure out who they are. I'll give you another second because we're running out of time here. Going once, going twice. All right, number one, Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey. There's Monse. You got it, Monse, right there at the buzzer. Number one, Matthew McConaughey. Number two, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Puffy Combs. Depends on the week. And last but not least, Ralph Macchio. And that's going to bring us over to our Say What soundbite. This was from the Karate Kid. He just gets beat up. Le acaban de dar una paliza. Poor Daniel. I mean, it broke my heart. Poor kid. New neighborhood. And he's telling his mom, we're here because you want to be here, not because I want to be here. Let's set the record straight. Vamos a dejar contar la historia como es, no como tú quieras. Okay? Lo vimos esta semana. Just set the record straight. And she goes, I just want to know the truth. What's going on with you? The mom says. And he goes, no, you don't want to hear the truth. Tú no quieres oír la verdad. All you want to hear is how great it is out here. Lo bien que todo está aquí. Well, it may be great for you. Quizás sea bueno para ti, but it sucks for me. I hate this place. I hate it. I just want to go home. Why can't we go back home? Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel LaRusso, birthday boy, Ralph Macchio.
You don't want to hear the truth. All you want to hear is how great it is out here. Well, it may be great for you, but it sucks for me. I hate this place. I hate it. I just want to go home. Why can't we just go back home?
All right, folks. There you go. And that's him punching the wall, by the way, practicing his karate. Guys, it's time for Name That Lyric.
Hi, hello, Alberto. I think the song is... No? Sorry, bye.
Name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. Name that lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. It's name that lyric only on the show with no name.
That's right, amigos. It's Name That Lyric only on the show with no name. And folks, thank you for being here today and every day. Since we don't have a lot of time, I'll tell you the song. It's P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Diddy, Sean Puffy Combs, call him what you will. It's Shake Your Tail Feather. ¿Qué significa eso? Mueve la pluma que tienes en la cola. Mueve ese culete. We looked at Shake Your Booty the other day. Hey, isn't the weekend right upon us? Well, what a great song, Shake Your Tail Feather. So look up the lyrics, Shake Your Tail Feather, and get ready to sing and dance with us. And thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can never thank you guys enough for not just being great students, but for being great friends as well. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And shake your tail feather. Shake your tail feather. Come on. Bad boy for life.